Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new Tech Reviews and Gadgets episode where today we're reviewing a 4-channel wireless microphone set. And you guys are currently watching CrewElite. In today's episode, we're reviewing a 4-channel microphone set from the company Phenyx Pro. And this is a wireless microphone set that has 4 different channels that you can attach handheld microphones onto and lavalier microphones onto. You can use this at parties, events, weddings, or any musical kind of event that you need microphones. So this is a perfect microphone, an ideal microphone for those who do want to enhance their audio capabilities. But before we get started with this Tech Reviews and Gadgets episode, make sure you guys go down below and hit that subscribe button, especially if you're new to our YouTube channel. If you guys do like this video, make sure you guys go down below and hit that thumbs up. That just lets me know and informs me if you guys are actually enjoying these Tech Reviews and Gadgets episodes. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to go down in the comment section down below and voice out any comments or concerns you guys have. I reply to all my comments and read all my comments, so I will get to your comment if I see it. If you guys want to follow us on our various social media platforms, make sure you guys go down below in the description and follow us on our various social media platforms to stay connected and also get updates on when we do upload. And then also, if you're a business owner or a company owner interested in working with us in the future, our business inquiries email is CrewEliteYT@outlook.com. That's where you guys can send me your emails and we can potentially work together on a future product review. But anyways, we're going to switch our attention onto this 4-channel microphone set from the company Phenyx Pro. And right now we're going to move on to the first look and unboxing portion of this video. As you guys can see, this box is extremely enormous, and it's such a huge box. And you guys can see there's a picture of some microphones on the side, and then obviously I want to take this onto a secondary camera angle so you guys can actually see all the specifications and details on this side. But you guys can see this box is enormous. As you guys can see on the top of the box, the company's logo is right here, Phenyx Pro. It says PTV2000, which is obviously the model of this microphone set. And it's a 4-channel VHF wireless system. And you guys can actually see some images and pictures of the microphones. On the back side, you guys can see there is a lot more specifications and details about this microphone set. You guys can actually take a pause to actually look at the specifications and also the box content. And that's basically it for the box. So you guys can see there's a lot of specifications and details on the box itself. You guys can see the flaps open up, and then we're gonna lift up this flap. We have a user manual on top of the box, and we also have a piece of styrofoam basically protecting and covering the contents of inside the box. The manual actually has a lot of useful information and details, and I do recommend you guys actually reading this if this is your first time operating or setting up this microphone. This will give you guys more information on actually how to set this product successfully in order to, so you don't actually run into any issues. So make sure you read this manual if it's the first time actually setting up one of their products. There's a piece of styrofoam film on top of this microphone box. So what we're gonna do is basically lift it up. And you guys can see, we can already see some contents of inside of this box. So you guys can see this right here is actually the receiver. We have our power cable right here, and there's also a few more accessories that we are going to take a closer at in a second. So let's just start off with the receiver. So I'm going to take it outside of its plastic wrap. My first impressions on this receiver box is actually really nice. You guys can see on this camera, it's actually pretty compact. I think it's actually made out of metal, so that means it's really protected. There's a power switch and then the 4 different knobs right there. You guys can see on the back we have our inputs. So obviously the power input goes right there. Our 2 antennas, and then our balance A and balance B ports, and then our mixed ports. So you can actually mix all the 4 different channels together and have the output in one source. In this bag right here, we actually have our DC power cable, and this is what you would use to actually plug the receiver box inside. the microphone. And you guys can see the cable is actually pretty long. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. In this bag right here, we actually have our 1/4 inch audio cable. This is what you actually plug into the back of the receiver. You guys can see it is actually decently long, and they actually included an adapter so you guys can actually plug this if you have a 3.5mm audio jack for whatever device you're using. In this bag right here, we actually have our 2 anchoring supports. So some people or some GJs and stuff actually like to basically mount this into the case. So you can actually do that with this anchoring support that they actually included with this microphone set. And then last but not least, inside the top of the box, we have our 2 antennas, as you guys can see on this camera angle. And these antennas we will use to actually connect to the back of the receiver. And this is what basically sends the signal to the receiver from the microphones, and basically gives the audio source to the microphone. So we actually will connect this onto the back of the receiver, so basically all our audio can be transmitted to the receiver box. Let's remove the top now and actually see what's on the bottom. As you guys can see, we have a few bags on top right here. These are our Lavalier extension mics. So these are what we're going to plug into the Lavalier receivers later on in this video, and I'll test and demonstrate and show you guys. Right here we actually have our headsets, 2 of them actually. So there's 2 headsets and 2 Lavalier mic inputs that you can actually, that the company has included with our set. And you guys can attach this onto your Lavalier receivers. And then at the bottom right here, you guys can actually see our microphones. But let's just start off with one microphone at the moment. As you guys can see, this is one of the handheld microphones. But I really like the build and design of this microphone. As I'm holding it up right now, it actually has a nice weight to it. Right here, we actually have our on and off switch, and there's also a mute button in the middle, so you guys can actually mute the microphone. Right here, we actually have one of our Lavalier mic receivers. So this is like the Lavalier microphone that you guys can actually use in church events, weddings, or any kind of event where you want to have a microphone attached to the person. You guys can actually see, I actually have one connected to me right now, and you guys can see there's an antenna and everything. Let's take a closer look at it on this camera angle. There's an antenna right there. We have the on and off switches on the top right here, and then we also have the input right there, as you guys can see. And then on the back side, obviously, you can take this out and actually attach or put in new batteries. Actually, it's on the front. So right here, if we just do that, lift it up, the batteries will go right inside right there. It takes 2 AA batteries as well. On the top of the box, you guys can see we actually get included with 8 batteries. Let's pull them out. It's really nice that the company provided 8 batteries for you to actually use and juice up your microphones and Lavalier receivers. But as you guys can see, this microphone set comes with a lot of accessories. So we have our 2 headset pieces right here. We have our 2 Lavalier microphone pieces right here. We have our receiver box right here. We have our anchoring and mounting support beams right there. The 1/4 inch audio jack. The user manual is right there. Our 2 antennas. 8 batteries. 2 Lavalier transmission body packs. And then our last but not least, we have our 2 handheld microphones. So you guys can see there is a lot of things included with this microphone set. And the fact that the company even went out their own way to actually include the extra batteries, the mounting, and also the audio jack adapter is just really, really nice. And I appreciate the company actually doing that. But right now, we're actually going to move on to testing out and demonstrating this product. Alright guys, so right now what we're going to do is actually test out this microphone set. The first thing we need to do is actually attach the antennas to the receiver box, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So you turn this onto the back side, and you guys can see there was 2 antenna ports, right? We also get 2 antennas. What you gotta do is attach it on like this, and basically kind of screw it on, and then you take the antenna and basically lift it up. And you guys can see on this camera, it is standing up. And you repeat the same thing for the second one. As you guys can see, I have my 2 antennas attached onto the receiver box on this camera angle and on this camera angle. Next up, what we're gonna do is actually connect the DC plug into this receiver and actually connect it to the power source. Untie the DC cable, plug it into the power supply, and then take the other end and basically plug it into the DC port, which I'm going to show you guys on this camera angle. Right here is the DC input right here, and you just basically take the cable in and plug it in. And you guys can see we are plugged in at the moment. So let's take one of these handheld microphones and open it up. Okay, so I unwrapped the batteries from the packaging, and now we're gonna actually insert these batteries inside this handheld microphone. So all you gotta do is make sure you follow and put the batteries in correctly. But for this side, we gotta put it in this way and insert it this way, and then push it down. And then on this side, we do it the opposite. Put it in that way, insert it inside like that. And you guys can see now we got batteries inserted into this handheld microphone. Now we have our handheld microphone ready to go. Next, we're gonna take one of these VHF body pack transmitters and actually insert the battery in. So you guys can see, all you gotta do is lift this top part out, and then the batteries actually go inside right here. So now we have one handheld microphone and one transmitter that is ready to go. So basically this receiver box is now ready to go and actually be in use. But there is one last thing we need before we can actually go on and test out this microphone set, which is the audio jack cable. So let's actually unwrap this audio jack cable. So all you gotta do is take this audio jack, this 1/4 inch audio jack, and insert it in. Now would be the time where we're actually gonna go on to testing out this microphone set. And in our case, we're gonna be using GJ equipment. So let's actually move on to that part of the video. Alright guys, so you guys can see we have actually made it to the GJ booth. So what I did was actually plug the receiver in and actually put it on top of the case right here. And then obviously we have our handheld microphone right here. And we have our Lavalier microphone right here, which we are going to test out with the headset mount and the Lavalier microphone extension. So what we're going to do now is actually power this receiver on. And the two microphones should still be on from when we were demonstrating it at the table. So you guys can see. Looks like the microphone's actually off, so you guys can see now there's a green light showing right there, and you guys can see that this channel is on and this channel is on, and this is on and this is on. So we're pretty good with the receiver. So we're gonna test out our handheld microphone at the moment. Test. Oh, there we go. It's actually on now. Ooh, that sounds really nice. Okay. So you guys can actually hear the microphone's actually currently on at the moment, and it actually sounds pretty nice. We can mess with the low a little bit, so you guys can see now it has a lot of bass. Let's keep it in the middle, so you guys can see the audio is increasing. But this microphone has a pretty crisp audio. I actually kind of like how it sounds. The microphone doesn't sound entirely bad at all. It has that nice charming audio to it, which I do like. With this GJ set, you can actually have music playing at the same time and then have a talk over with the microphone. So let's actually demonstrate that and just get a feel with how the audio sounds like when you have music playing in the background. Okay, you guys can still hear my audio. Let's do the talk over feature. So you guys can see when there's audio being picked up from the microphone, the music volume actually decreases. So the talk over works really nice. But what I like about this microphone is that it's not like, focusing on one aspect. So it's like getting the highs, the mids, the lows of my vocals. So if I started singing or if I started just talking like at a reception or a party, it should, the audio should sound really, really nice, considering it's basically kind of keeping everything balanced. Some people talk loud, so you might want to, mess with the lows and the highs, and then, maybe you might want to mess with the level, but I think with the level we have it at right now, it's doing a pretty good job. So what we're going to do now is actually take one of these Lavalier microphones. So let me just attach it into the transmitter. You guys can see all you gotta do is basically plug it in to this port right there and insert this in until you hear that click, and now we can turn this on. So it should actually be getting my audio. You guys can actually hear my audio at the moment. It looks like there's some interference because I'm too close to the what is it called, the speaker at the moment. So let me kind of just step back. But you guys can see it's doing a pretty decent job of actually capturing my audio. The audio is direct, you know, it's able to pick up my voice considering that the microphone's underneath me. As I tap onto it, you guys can hear that meaning that it's doing a good job of actually capturing my audio. And now we're gonna test out the headset microphone. So I'm gonna attach this onto my pulsing now. You guys can see it's attached. So now what we're gonna do is plug this into my transmitter, just the same way as we plugged in the last one. And I think, ooh, interference. I think we're good. Sorry about that. Let me take down the level. It's because I'm so close to the speaker right now, so there is a little bit of interference. But in my opinion, I think this headset microphone is actually the best when it comes to audio capturing. The Lavalier microphone seemed to kind of struggle a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. The handheld microphone didn't do too bad. In fact, we can actually test both at the same time. So let's do that with the microphone right now. So right now we have two microphones on at the same time, as you guys can see. Let me turn off this headset. So you guys can see now it's just a handheld microphone. But I don't know, I'm torn between the headset and the handheld, but I think the handheld does the best. This headset, it would be the second best in my opinion. But the Lavalier microphones, in my opinion, seem to kind of struggle a little bit when it comes to audio capturing. With the headset, I could go in and start mixing, you know? But you guys can see, the microphone has a good, what is it called, pickup. Really good. I like it. Let's test out the mute function. I forgot to show you guys that on the handheld microphone. But you guys can see there is a mute button right here. We can actually switch it on. So right now it should not be capturing any audio of this handheld microphone. So if I were to turn this off right now and speak into this, you guys shouldn't be able to hear anything. But as I switch it back on, you guys will see it's actually starting to pick up my audio. Turn it back to the mute, you guys can't actually hear anything. Turn it back up, now you guys can actually hear me, see? So that is a nice feature that they implemented. But right now, we're gonna move on to the product's, final opinion and remarks, and then end off this video. So, what are my final opinions and remarks about this handheld microphone from the company Phenyx Pro? I think this microphone is really nice. As you guys can see, this microphone is actually not capturing anything right now because I'm not using it. But I really do like this microphone set. The fact that it has 4 different channels that you can connect 4 different devices to is amazing. You know, I don't have to go through like setting up the channels or, you know, getting the frequency and everything. So this company has, you know, did a good job of actually just, you know, setting it up for you from the factory, which I do like. The build quality feels really nice. The microphones aren't that heavy. With the batteries, they feel pretty nice. I actually like the weight with the batteries. This microphone set was from the company Phenyx Pro, and this is actually the PTV2000 model. Hopefully you guys did like this review from a younger perspective. You know, I don't see a lot of young YouTubers reviewing stuff like this, and hopefully I gave you guys a lot of insight and details about this product. I really do like this product. You know, it's really, really nice. It's not even that expensive. It actually comes below the price of $150. So, you know, if you have some money to spend, I do recommend you guys actually buying this if you want to enhance your audio capabilities. If you guys did enjoy this Tech Reviews and Gadgets episode, make sure you guys go down below and hit that subscribe button, especially if you're new to our YouTube channel, and turn on post notifications on to get updates and alerts whenever we do upload. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to go down and leave a comment. I reply to every single comment I receive, so if you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask me. If you guys did like this video, make sure you guys go down below and hit that like button. That just basically keeps me updated and lets me know what you guys think about these tech review episodes. If you're a business owner or a company owner interested in working with us, our business inquiries email is CrewEliteyt outlook.com. You guys can send me a message and we can potentially work together on a product review in the future. And if you guys want to follow us on our social media platforms to stay connected and also have a quicker way to reaching out to me, social media accounts and different links are down below in the description. You guys can check us out on various social media platforms. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tech reviews and gadgets episode. I know I did making it, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. CrewElite signing out. Thank you all for watching and have a good rest of your day.